Tech Session Saturdays, where all of us Volkswagen people get together here on the Gulf Coast and work on each other's stuff and try to make it last for another month. It's an open invite for anybody that happens to be in the area. If you like Volkswagens, you're invited to join us. And if you're part of the club, we hope you're there. Absolutely. So anyway, we're headed over there. I didn't start the camera as early as I usually do. There was just so much traffic today. It just really slow-moving, just obnoxious traffic. Weather's kind of nice though. It's only in the mid-80s. You know, for Florida summertime, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The humidity's up a little bit. Expected to rain probably. I guess we'll just see what happens. But see what kind of turnout we got over here. I'm expecting some people to show. Carlos may be there. He may even see Thomas. Wild Bill for sure. And a friend of mine, Darby, who actually I met through Tinder a couple years ago, should be there. She's got a Vanagon. I always thought that was kind of cool of her. Over here on the right side, we're looking for the Volkswagen on the mailbox that lets you know where we're going. There it is right there. Boom, Tech Session Volkswagen. If you ever do join us, it's typically the first Saturday of the month. Just drive right around the back of Don's house. Man, this sky is starting to look mighty dark. Just might get rained on. How's it going? I think we're just gonna slip it right in over here. There we go, we're out of everybody's way. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Here comes the intro. Good morning. Well, we all have our heads in. What are you eating there?
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
Lunch over there. This is a new flavor pizza.
I see that. Good thing I had pizza last night.
I did too.
All right. What we got over there? Cake? Whose birthday is it?
Taylor's birthday.
It was mine yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
They brought fruit. They brought cake.
Fruit cake.
As soon as I called for pizza, you come driving in the driveway. Bill said, "Yeah."
I could smell it.
He knew we were ordering pizza.
I couldn't find my keys this morning, so yeah, I just finally found them. They were actually right by the back door.
This is good.
The only place where I never leave them. All right.
They're always in the last place you left.
Well, that's very true. Unless you live with somebody else and they moved them. The ducks don't move. Well, Boomer will take things, but if they're on the countertop, he won't get them. Got us a flying beetle. The 66, 67 hybrid sort of thing. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it is. We do notice that there's no Z-bar linkage mounts on the body. 66 didn't have them, and I'm aware of. It's a great beetle, though. This thing's in some really good shape.
On both sides? It's because I was walking around here looking at stuff. Yeah, this will be good. It's a little bit big, but it's Hey, watch your business, but then we call it. Yeah. So I went, hey, if you would have been
Pizza! Rawr!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy birthday to you.
Boy, oh boy, when your Beetle camera's out like that, you know it's way too low. Now, I don't know how many of you follow me up on Facebook, but that is the Vanagon that was stolen several months ago. The one that I posted up that got posted worldwide. I mean, that thing went global. It went global very quickly, and the bus was actually returned to Darby, who's right over there. The guy who stole it actually went and brought it back because he got scared. He actually brought it back to the scene where the crime happened and just dumped it. Just so happy to give it back. And anyway, she's managed to identify him because he stole some of her personal property. And she ran into him in town where she lives at, just happened to be wearing her stolen hat. Yep, so she identified him. There's also a little more to the story. Apparently, there was an insurance claim filed on this bus also over in Panama City, where the door had been banged into another car, and she wasn't, in possession of the bus when this happened. Apparently, the guy who stole it took a photo of the damage to the car, and you could see the reflection of him wearing the stolen hat in the window. So, these criminals couldn't possibly get any more stupid. Just so happy to have it back. I mean, that thing spread so far and so wide and so quickly that she had the thing back by the next day.
Yeah, I want to.
Say hi, Darby.
Hello. Are we on TV?
You're going to be on YouTube.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep. You and Gloria, both on YouTube. I just discussed a little bit of your story to the camera, narrated a little bit of what happened for people that hadn't followed me on Facebook that didn't get to see, but it's still so amazing that it just came home.
She did. She came home.
It just
She got
came home.
Great story. And now she has 2 working windshield wipers. And the windows roll up and down thanks to Puckett's in Silver Hill.
All right.
And, he gave her a tune-up, and I said the other day the only problem was the slow car ahead of me on the hill coming up from the pier. So.
A slow car ahead of you.
Yeah.
So you're driving a Vanagon up a hill and the car in front of you was slow?
That was the problem. That was not the case after...
like the kind of stuff I say about local drivers.
And after she was stolen and had her little trip to Panama City and back, it was not good.
Yeah, that's quite amazing.
I'm not quite sure how much.
I mean, that's got to be what, 200 miles each way? 400 miles.
Yeah. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, that's 400 miles.
Saw the evidence.
It's got to be what, 3 tanks of gas?
Probably.
Yeah, you figure.
I don't know. What are you getting, about 15 or 16?
I wonder. I don't have a working speedometer. Okay. Don't have a...
Oh, it's not working?
So yeah, I brought a few things to work on today. Today I brought my project is I'm going to try to figure out, I don't know if this is the right tool, but I really need a grab bar on the driver's side. I'm kind of short. And it's a challenge. I can get in the passenger side. Great. I've got like.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I need one of these on the other side.
Do you have one?
So I got, they were out on Go Westy. I got a notice that it was back in. So okay. I think I've got a door. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Okay.
But yeah.
There's no holes on the other side. I guess we make the holes.
Drill, put it up there, mark the holes, and get some sheet metal.
It's good and solid in sheet metal?
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if there was something behind it that holds it in place.
Well, I mean, it's not like she weighs a ton.
Well, no, but you get somebody like me trying to get in there, you pull on it a few times.
Oh. Well,
Suddenly the windshield's deformed. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're sorry. We didn't.
Is that gonna work?
Out, and then when that pops out, then screw it in.
Do I smell it running a little hot?
You know, I was gonna ask
smell
you
that
about
too?
that, Glenn. My guru. I think that's actually your name.
I think I'm upwind.
Is Glenn BW Guru. I'm pretty sure. Glenn BW Guru on speed dial.
It smells normal.
Smell
Yeah,
normal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I'm just a little upwind. It seems a little strong, a little pungent.
I was gonna do that.
Yeah, fire. Pop it open. See what it smells like in the engine
I mean,
compartment.
I lock her up like.
Could also just be some junk on
Why
the
would you
header or
lock it
something
up
too.
now? I mean, you just went viral with the thing. Everybody knows who belongs
That's
to
it.
I have a steering wheel lock now. This gigantic yellow clamp that goes on.
That club-looking thing that we were
Yeah.
talking about. Okay.
Yeah, it's not just, so it's got like a bar on it, but it's also that. Oh yeah, I sent it to you because you were like, yeah, that'll
Yeah.
fit.
Well, anything you could put on there to
So-
deter theft is better than not.
I've been using it.
Take the rotor out of the distributor too. I mean, just piss them off.
Oh, we're gonna have to move a lot of stuff here.
Oh,
You've been sleeping in this thing?
yeah.
I think you're supposed to.
Yeah, I think so.
And is it supposed to get really that hot? Like
Oh, yeah.
this?
Yeah, it'll get hot back there.
Engine's right there. Great in the wintertime.
Yeah, and the exhaust is immediately beneath it. It's a foot warmer in the winter if you lay the other way.
That was from a few weeks ago. It was like a lush.
It's okay. Doesn't matter with Lush.
What were you drinking?
My little Sutter Home Merlot. Because they
Oh.
give those cute little bottles and you know.
You drink it
have
because
one.
it's a cute
You
little
just have
bottle.
one.
Okay.
And I'm not tempted to overdo it.
So, you know, this is the hatch I need to put in the back of my Beetle.
I need to put one like this in my bus.
I don't know if you can.
Yes,
There's
you
an awful
can.
lot of structure behind that. I actually cut one out of a bus. Yeah. Sniffing for heat.
It's pretty warm.
It's pretty warm. Got a little
Did you
smell
say
on
you
it,
just
but
had it tuned up?
I did.
Okay.
But yeah, the next day I was like, ooh, I'm glad I'm about to go see Glenn. Because it smelled
yeah, it smells a little hot.
pretty strong.
It'd probably just be good to put the timing light on, just look. Wouldn't hurt. It could also just be some trash or something on your headers, a little oil or something, and eventually it'll start getting smelly.
He did,
You drove all the way here. It was what, 60 miles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was just like it was like 3 miles from work to home, and I was like, ooh, it really smells. But I thought maybe it was, he changed the oil and filter and all
No
that.
oil leakage or anything on the top half of it. I mean,
Well, it looks dry.
I don't, you know, there's some heat involved there, but it's not, I don't think it's overheating. I mean, it wasn't spitting or sputtering or anything coming over here, was it?
No. I took 90.
Oh, yeah, that's always
90 miles an hour?
I love it.
People are passing me left and right, so
On
I have
90
a
even?
feeling it was.
Come on here, I'm going to
Just
get a little
to the-
screwdriver and see if I can pop these off, and then,
I've got Glenn recommended a tool set, so I do. But the perp actually was the first one to open it because I got it and I stuck it in the van because I think the next Saturday I was coming over here,
show me your fire
and
extinguisher.
he messed
Yeah.
it up. So
Do you have a fire extinguisher in there?
I do.
All right.
Oh, let me. Yeah, it's in.
Okay.
It's in there. Let me make
That's
sure.
that's where you can get to it and you know how to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, get a big one.
Get a bigger one.
Yeah, let me show you.
Okay.
No, that's good.
Oh.
But that only lasts about 30 seconds.
Oh. Okay.
A minute, maybe
Small
a minute.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
A real small fire. And remember, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you are 911. So let me show you what you need.
Okay.
Now, what I would recommend.
Well, and I have this mess of keys now. I used to have just this cute little 3 set of VW keys.
Oh, because the ignition
now
lock
there's
changed?
a new ignition lock, and now I have the lock. The
Take it
steering
to a
wheel
locksmith.
locking. Yeah.
Make them match it.
Well, you don't
That would
need it.
help.
It's all visible.
Okay.
Okay. You have a fuel pump right along the side of, on the other side of this cover right here. You
Okay.
can't see it. Okay. Let me get a pointer stick.
Yeah.
A pointer stick.
A pointer.
A pointer stick.
Oh, this is kind of ironic. I'll be using a Bic
Oh.
lighter
Okay.
to use
If
as
you
a
say
pointer.
so.
A pointer for fire awareness here.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. This one's got the fuel pump on the other side over here. So your fuel rail comes up and you got 2 injectors on this side for each of the cylinders, and that's where it injects the fuel into there, and then it gets mixed with air through this right here.
Throttle body.
Okay,
Okay.
the air goes down and then it mixes with the fuel on the injectors into the engine. But you have what you call a fuel rail, And see down here, whoops, I'll plug that back in. That right there is rubber hose. Okay?
You knock off a vacuum line?
No, it's not a vacuum line.
No?
It's a fresh air line that blows into the charcoal canister.
It's looking like I didn't want to stay
Oh,
on.
it's still
I'm
vacuum.
going to push it a little bit better.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was good that we found that.
Hey, so this is metal line, but you see there's rubber.
Okay.
There's rubber. This is what's called a cold start valve. Whenever you first crank
Okay.
up, it blows raw fuel into this chamber right here so that you get it
Really?
burns hotter.
didn't
And
know
this it's called the fifth injector.
I have an extra one if
I didn't even know
anybody
that was
needs
there.
it because we thought that was a problem for a
Throttle
while and
body?
it turned out that was
Hang
not a
on to
problem.
it.
Those are expensive.
But yeah, like actually
on to
a
it.
guy at Go, well, I shouldn't say that if we're filming because never mind.
Okay.
There was somebody to help me with a favor.
All right. So you
They're
got-
awesome. Go
You
West
got rubber line, flexible line, rubber flexible line there. Same down here, and then see there's your injector right here.
Okay.
That's the electrical connectors for the injectors. It comes off of this wiring harness and goes through these things. But yeah, all of that rubber hose needs to be looked at. This right here regulates the pressure in the fuel rail. That is a difference. Mine, that mechanism is on that side. So the pump and everything and filter is probably on that side right there. It's a little different. But yeah.
So in general, take a look at it every
Yeah.
other year or so. Or are you thinking that like is the condition
Always
of
look
mine
at it.
not
You should
great?
always spend a little
Okay.
quality time looking at your engine, make sure there's no fresh oil or
Okay.
oil leaks
Yeah.
and stuff like
No
that.
puddles, everything's
in
connected.
the
no loose
rubber, am I
balls.
looking for like cracks or
Yes,
okay.
cracks and wet spots on them, like it
Okay.
would be where it would be leaking. Now these are all your spark plug wires and stuff right here. Your coil, okay, and then your distributor. And that distributes the spark to each of the spark plugs. Okay. Now internally, the engine is opening and closing valves that lets fuel and air mixture in, lets the exhaust out, and you got to make sure the timing that happens is right. If not, you'll get this. It'll spark, and it'll spark too soon or not soon enough,
Okay.
and it'll be after.
And that's where you get
And
a fire.
you lose power.
Oh, okay.
But the fires are going to come from any of your electrical lines. If they like coming off your alternator, there's a plug that goes there and it goes to your battery. If that rubber plug is messed up, and it's kind of hard to see on this, but it's kind of hard to see. A little bit different on the Vanagon. Mine, the alternator and everything's enclosed. On the Vanagon, you got a completely different type of alternator on it. But there's an electrical plug on the back of it. On mine, it comes up through the tin. And what happened on mine was the grommet in there that protects the wire from rubbing up against the tin scraped all of the insulation off of the wire, shorted out, and caused a fire on that side.
Were you in the vehicle?
Oh yeah, I was driving it. It wasn't going very
Every
good.
time.
Wow.
Wind coming.
Every time. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've had 2 fires within 6 months of each other, and first one almost destroyed the whole bus, but I put it out with a fire extinguisher, and then the second one I got out fairly quick. But
They all happened in the neighborhood too, which is what was
yeah,
surprising.
within a quarter of a mile of my house.
Except for when the engine blew. That wasn't a fire though. Could have been, but
No,
it was so hot.
broke the crankshaft.
It damn near had a nuclear meltdown.
But do you see anything concerning?
Nope.
Right
Everything
now?
looks
Okay.
normal.
Okay.
I don't see any fresh oil leaks or anything
oil
like
leaks?
that.
Okay.
Your spark plug wires look new. The distributor cap looks new. That's just right here. Okay. And then it's probably got it's got points in it. So coil looks new. This looks new right here. That's an expensive. This double relay, and that's a very expensive item. Your airflow meter right here. All your vacuum lines look good. So that's a vacuum line right there. That's going for your brakes, I think. No, that's going to fuel return. Okay. Everything looks good on this thing. That's why it's running so good.
I've got some really good mechanics. I've got Brian Puckett in Silver Hill
Yes.
and Howard.
Howard,
in
that's a
Mobile.
name
Howard.
I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. You've always said Howard. I always wondered, who's this Howard fella? I saw him on your Facebook or something, someplace. Somebody's Facebook. Yeah, when the bus was stolen, Howard. I remember I worked on that bus. He said, "Ah, that's Howard."
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah,
how I know Howard.
He sent me a text. Man, my friend back in Indiana was texting like, "Hey, I heard your van was stolen." She had seen it on Facebook. In Indiana, I was like, "I'm not even on Facebook."
That's how you know how effective that was. I mean, it spread so fast.
Was seeing it.
And I've seen, you know, Volkswagen stolen posts before, but I've never seen one that went out that fast and spread that wide.
Quicker response.
Yeah.
It was like the next day or something.
Thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but yeah, a lot of folks are convinced that he's realized that because he apparently is on Facebook too and
Yep.
saw it and was like, "Oops, I took the wrong van." Everybody's looking for this one.
oop, 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have to be leaving here shortly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I go to New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Well, yeah, as long if you think it's safe for me to install that as what I'm trying to use it for, then I
I can try and
maybe
see what happens.
play with
Might have to go to a larger screw. Let me go in there and pop this thing off and.
it. Yeah, it
Pop
did
it
say
on.
it came for like shipping reasons. It came
Already shut.
together, but it said that you could pop it off with this screwdriver.
Yeah, it goes down the side here and pops straight out, and then you.
Well, not a whole lot of tech today at tech session. Apparently, because I got here late and I missed everything because I couldn't find my keys. Everything was worked on before I got here today. Here's Ruby.
I think it's that.
Shift drop bushings are bad. Probably.
Not me.
Yeah, it's probably shift drop bushings are wore out.
Yeah.
Once you get all
Mine
that
first, too.
in the coupler, once all that's replaced, I mean those are so easy. Black oil, you take one for the back seat after this is under a plate.
Yeah.
Bye, Darby.
Bye. See you next time. Thanks, guys. I don't have a horn or I would. Oh,
Rev the motor.
beep, beep.
That was a fun tech session. Not a whole lot of tech going on today, but it doesn't matter. We still had a good time. Good pizza, good eating. Good thing that Darby came out to see us. Got a couple little screws and things tightened on her Vanagon, so she's much happier with it now. The stuff works properly. And had somebody replace a shift coupler or something, stuff that you can't film on a regular Beetle. I could do it on mine all day long because the body's off of it. It's really easy with the chassis exposed, but in fact, that's them starting up right now. So anyway, that's the extent of our tech session. So thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out DuckShit.net for all my different social media. And if you like one of my shirts, that's right, this is the Eleanor Too Far Gone shirt. Just one such example of what I've got. Check out DuckShit.net /store. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. See you next time.